Oh man, it doesn't even say starting eventually anymore. It went away. I guess we should get started then. So after the abject failure that was Space Colony yesterday, god, that game was so bad. I was in a bit of a quandary. I've never dropped a long play that fast. I didn't really give it a fair chance. I gave it a slight chance, decided it was terrible, and never wanted to play the game again. But the will of the people had voted for Space Colony. Well, what was I to do? Well, I looked at the description for Space Colony. It was something along the lines of Firefly's magnum opus, great game, wonderful characters, da-da-da. I was like, well, I know another game that is often heralded as Firefly's greatest, and that's Stronghold Crusader. I've never played this. I've played a lot of Stronghold 2, and even quite a bit of Stronghold 3, so it's only fair that I fire up what is often heralded as the greatest of the Strongholds, Stronghold Crusader, as our long play. That way I don't feel like I cheap out too many people, and hopefully we get an actually good game to run. There's a lot to this game. There's a hell of a lot to this game. But this trail looks to be nothing but skirmish mode, and while skirmish is fun, and if you put out a strategy game like this with no skirmish mode, you are really committing an act of war. I'm not keen on just that. I think we're going to play through the historical campaigns, learn to survive in the desert, relive the episodes from the Crusades. 4 different arms to this, and each with 5 missions or so, so that's about as fleshed out as a Stronghold vanilla campaign. We'll do exactly that. I'll start from arrival in this place. Where's my cursor now? There we go.
1094 AD. Turkish armies begin attacking Europeans in Anatolia, defiling holy places along the way. Spurred on by the Pope and with promises of plunder and adventure, European armies swarm to Constantinople. Upon arrival in Constantinople, discipline breaks down, and the starving Crusaders begin ransacking the surrounding countryside for food. Emperor Alexis quickly arranges sea transportation and a military escort to keep the Crusaders moving.
Take control of the city of Nicaea with help from the Greek allies. The Turks will be unprepared for the attack, so the battle should prove simple. The journey to Jerusalem will need financing if the crusade is to succeed, so raise gold by whatever means necessary.
Okay, we're starting out just the way I like. We gotta generate dosh for the Crusades. Screw Byzantium, immediately getting ransacked by the Crusaders already. It's not even the right year yet. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have too much to deal with, but these are new units. I have seen these guys in action, though. I believe they're stone slingers, and I also believe that their range is inferior to that of glorious European archer units. So get stuck in there and blow them away. I can't imagine that I'm even going to need my knight, but
we shall dispatch them.
Get in there anyway. I want to see what the knight is like in action. It's taking an interesting route.
For your honor!
A very interesting route. How are you getting in there? Oh, okay, there was a hole in the wall. Okay, well, I'll just get in there.
My lead.
Well, the horse died quickly. Hopefully you don't die quite as quickly. There we go, those stone slingers are down and out. Oh no, the horse is still there. We'll get to work.
Charge!
I'm glad that they kept all the voice acting from the original game there. Right, so that was that destroyed, and now we're into traditional Stronghold play. We need a granary. I'm going to slam it right about here because there are all these animals over there. I'm assuming that we're going to be stuck with hunting animals. Right, as ever, it's all about the wood economy, so we're going to get that wood flowing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 woodcutters, and for food, hunter post, and it looks like we can do orchards as well, so orchard as well. Ooh, a little stuck for space here. I guess it needs to 100% be on fertile ground here. Can't build it over the desert for some reason. So there we go, that should employ everybody. I imagine we start with a default 8 people, 5 woodcutters, 2 hunters, one post there.
Archers, ready!
Should be fine. I got no way of slamming my archers up on the walls. I don't know if I'm going to be attacked or not. I'm going to take a sizable risk and just delete my walls for some initial stone anyway. It's not like I can get up there, so away you go. I should check to see what I can build before I do this, but I'm doing it anyway. Let's see, no castle structures, quarry and ox tether, so I guess I'm going to need to set up export of that, or I could tax my people to death. I do like taxing my people. Oh, well, get to work. Our people will be happy because they'll eventually get multiple types of food. Not that I have many people,
in the treasury, Lord.
so we'll begin taxing them.
Bit much, these taxes.
Yeah, peasants complaining already. Nothing new there. There we go. They got multiple types of
Our
food.
granary stocks are growing,
People
sire.
do like that. Fortunately, it's not like Stronghold 2 where I have to worry about honor. God, that was... You could micro that so hard, and you would destroy any enemy that does not micro their honor. Things like counting the ticks between when the
Can't
game
place that there, my
generates your honor, and then very quickly making changes that grant you lots of honor for lots of resources, but of course you don't spend lots, it doesn't take a lot of time. Ah, Stronghold 2 multiplayer was a wild and wacky place. Anyway, this is barely an economy. I want more people, so put up a couple of hovels. These hovels look remarkably better to live in than the ones we got in European Stronghold. And as ever, commit to deforestation. I want more woodcutters. I almost always want more woodcutters. In fact, I struggle to think of times when I do not want more woodcutters. Get ourselves some extra hunters as well. And as and when I can, I want more food.
Your popularity is falling.
Well, that's a given. It's hard to find places for more of these. I think the trees are in the way. That or...
Can't place that there, my lord.
Yeah, it's not counting as oasis there. Well, that's fine. Get to work. Get me all the resources I need. As long as popularity is above 50, we are good to go. Nicaea, being some Arabian desert, I see that's where Paradox gets its geography lessons from, says Blackwinds. Nah, you don't understand. We're in the past here. Were you around in... Wait, what year is this? Did it say 1100 or so?
My bow is yours.
I won't claim to remember.
Me lord, leaving now.
Right, get those guys out of my sight. Do I have any unemployed peons? Yes, I do. I think I'll expand the old granary. No, I put it on such an incline that I don't have the possibility of doing that, which is a dang shame. Well, in that case, let's make sure our economy is where it needs to be. Marketplace, get it set up, and see what we can buy and sell. We can sell fruit, so that's a good incentive to be setting up more of that. I can sell this stone.
Not enough goods.
Just get rid of it immediately. Nothing to do with weapons. Well then, I have the wood, so let's set up the old stone economy. I wish for 2 of you, and currently 1 of you, and I shall expand the ox tether industry as and when we need to. Ah, wow. I feel like I'm where I need to be right now after Space Colony. It's good to play an excellent game like Stronghold. And what's even more excellent is that I haven't played this before, so it's all going to be new to me. I haven't played the game, I haven't seen people play it either, so I get a fresh, vanilla Firefly experience with this. After Space Colony, it's good to be in the desert, says Pepperan. Yeah, there are bound to be people out there who genuinely enjoyed Space Colony. I can't imagine how or why. I suspect it's a terrible case of nostalgia glasses that is a horrible affliction to come down with. But it could also be that I am in the wrong, perhaps. It is a really good game, and I was just too stubborn to see that. I am open to that possibility. I just don't think it's the case. Well, if I ever have unemployed peons, it's worth putting them to work, and where's all the food migrated to? Is it even still in the map? Oh, it's up there. Well, get to work. I don't like having unemployed bums that aren't contributing.
Our gold stocks grow steadily, sire.
That's good to hear, I think.
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
Give people some extra rations to offset the unhappiness? No, actually, forget
Our food
that.
stocks
That's not how
are
I roll.
dwindling, my liege.
Normal rations.
Not how I roll at all. They get normal rations at best, and I'm going to sell off the excess fruit. Just to make sure I still have space in the old granary. It's always advantageous to have multiple types of food, though. Meat is one of the worst, though. It's the hardest to produce en masse, because you can overhunt and not have any animals left. And what, we're done already? I didn't even see a difficulty setting for this. Oh, there are wee scenes. I was worried that there wasn't anything like this. It's no Lord Woolsack and Sir Longarm, though.
The Crusaders' march across Anatolia is difficult. The Turks burn all crops on their retreat southwards, and the Westerners have found themselves ill-equipped to deal with the freezing temperatures. After some minor skirmishes with the enemy, the army is left starving and exhausted.
Rebuild the wheat farms around the city of Heraclea to provision the army. Local reports suggest Turkish raiders have been operating nearby.
300 bread, child's play. But let's slow the game down and see what's going on. Oh,
Stockpile is full, my lord.
good heavens. The fire already, and we haven't even advanced to bakery level. Right, what do I have at my command? I have a few archers that are just bumming about. 1,000 gold, 16 population. Does that mean that I can actually set up wells to prevent the fires? I mean, I kind of hope not, because dealing with wells and that's a real pain. But it seems like we don't. It's probably in my interest, though, to delete these before the fire spreads further. That poor bugger's burning to death. He doesn't look too happy about it. God, I got a lot of food. And a lot of unemployment. Where are the trees at? Right, let's get chopping down these trees. The wood economy is always, always so important. You know, there's something kind of comforting about hearing all that sizzling as well. I don't have access to the marketplace, so I can't sell all my excess stuff, but I always think it's important to expand the stockpile, my liege. Just so we have plenty of space for all the everything. That wheat farm is way too far away, but it's also mature, so I don't really want to tear it down. If I'm going to have wheat farms, though, they really ought to be as close to the stockpile as possible.
There, my lord.
As close as can
Not
be.
enough workers available to run this building.
That'll do us nicely. Build up more hobble. Just get that industry running ASAP. Interesting how we build these out of wood. Jake, did you ever finish a Stronghold campaign on stream? I am certain that I did.
Instructions!
I never got around to completing it on
Our
very
food
hard
stocks are
mode.
dwindling, my liege.
Give them extra
No
tax,
change in the treasury, lord.
extra food and extra taxes.
No change in the treasury,
I
lord.
could tax them a bit heavier, but
Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
that'll do. More people in, to make more wood, to make more industry. I don't have any wheat piled up, but when I do, I will start milling it. So yeah, people get to eat apples as I build up the wheat and then the bread. Is there any indication? Yeah, there is indication that I'm going to need archers and pole arms and that. So, and that's probably why it's giving us buckets of ducats right now. Okay, very well then. But I still want more wood cutting.
Can't place that there, my lord.
If there's wood out there to be cut, I shall be there to cut it. Can I make defensive buildings though? No. I can, however, make a barracks, and I almost certainly should. I'm just going to slam the barracks over here. And doesn't look like it's starting us out with any weaponry whatsoever. Is that right? Yeah, nothing there. So let's get started on production. Probably all about the fletching. It usually is. Just mash those fletchers right next to the stockpile so they can get their wood nice and easily.
Can't get there, lord.
You could try, come on. Speed the game up just a touch. The key or the eye symbol should tell you what the goal is. Yeah, we know the goal. The goal is to make 300 bread, but I doubtlessly have to survive some sort of onslaught. Doubtlessly, he says. Where does he find such confidence? Little low on wood, so I'm not going to build anything until we get the big wood income from all of our lumberjacks who are working hard sawing it up. Maybe get some input from them.
Your popularity is falling.
It's not the input I'm looking for.
Morning, your lordship.
Yeah, they're just saying good morning. And to be fair, it is morning. Oh, there are camels around here as well. Can we hunt for food? No, just apple orchards and wheat farms. And we're getting a bit too full on food here. Also a bit too full on unemployed bums here. And there's going to be a couple more yet. So let us... I'll have a polearm workshop set up, why not? Hell, I'll even have two.
There, my lord.
Gets people working if nothing else. Once all these trees are chopped down, it's a ways to go for the rest, so hopefully there's enough wood to be had here. Large influx coming in, although I'd still like larger. But this also gives me people to draw upon for an army. Always bothered me in Stronghold that if somebody's walking over somewhere that you're trying to build, it stops you from being able to build. I would hope that it could, I don't know, warp the person away. Just anything to make it a bit more tolerable for building, because the building system a bit janky.
Wood needed.
How I've missed hearing that. Right, speed up the game a bit. I'm not so lacking in confidence of my Stronghold playing ability that we can't handle that. We have our wheat coming in now, so it's time to get processing. If he remembers which one does processing, there we go. There's the mill. Keep the mill as close as possible so that there's very little downtime for the mill boys running around. Mills process wheat at alarming rates, but it's not wheat and it's not flour that I need. It's straight up bakeries. The granary's in an actually quite unfortunate place there, but we shall turn this misfortune into something that we can use.
Wood needed.
Come on, folks. Give me...
wood needed. Wood needed.
Give me the wood. And this is when I've already massively expanded the wood cutting from the start. There we go. So that'll create jobs. I'm a job creator after all. It's the single most important thing. And now everybody's working. Sweet. I'm actually going to want more people here.
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
Give people extra rations for a bit. And expand the population. Oh, right. Cool. They got very different looking hovels here compared to the original. Is that a baby I hear? Untapped production, I say. I don't get to set the child labour laws here, but they're already quite good for me, because I think it's... just little boys that run the...
Morning, your lordship.
Yeah, there we go, like Charlie Two Spades. They run the mill. They don't even need adult supervision. Which is just as well, because I wouldn't be giving it to them. Bakeries produce outrageous amounts of food. They're the single best type of food production in the game.
Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
I'm going to disable food consumption and at the same time expand the granary, preferably in direction of the bakers so that they don't have so far to go. There we go. So I've disabled people from eating the bread, and they will eat extra apples. The apples will probably go away in due time, but I only need to stockpile 300 bread, so it should be
our food stocks are dwindling.
fine. Yeah, this is better than fine. It's not half bad. Just keep on making me the bread. Gotta be careful to make sure that we can still have throughput. I think unlimited people can walk in a certain place. They don't exactly have... I don't mean to say hitboxes, but something like that. People can overlap is what I'm getting at. Right, I'm building up plenty of good of weapons here, so
We await orders needed, sire.
let's make sure that we have our archers. Where's these attacks that I was promised? If it's anything like the original, it'll be next to the signpost. But I will want something.
You can count on us.
Needed, sire.
Something resembling a sortie would be nice.
Yes? Moving off!
Ah, but there's a signpost there as well, so it's possible
We
it
are
will
on
come
our
from here.
way.
In that case, I'll take the high ground here.
You can count on us.
Needed, sire.
God, I'm practically turning a profit here. We've almost got the full 1,000 back, even after we built these things and recruited more people.
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
In that case... Jake, is that stone in the bottom left? Well, there's little stony outcrops, but we don't have the capacity for stone production, so it's not worth even thinking about. What is worth thinking about is expanding the population so that we can have more mill boys, which in turn means more bakeries. Although positioning of the bakeries is getting a little
A
tough.
small party of Arabian troops are heading to the castle.
How small? And from what direction?
We await orders, needed, sire.
Seldom have I heard such useless instruction.
You can count on us.
Needed, sire.
Well, if they come from here, that might be a little bit of a problem, especially if they burn down my farms, but otherwise I'm quite confident that we have what we need here.
You can count on us.
Needed, archers, ready!
Actually, I'll be pleasantly surprised if they utterly mob me here, because this is feeling rather easy to kick us off with. Presumably from the signpost, yes, but I spy 2 signposts, 3 even. And I have no defensive structures, so I have to rely upon my my soldiers entirely.
Needed, sire.
That said, though, we've already got 136
Arabian
bread.
forces are attacking.
Ah, there they are up top. God, they're horseback
My
as well.
boys, your
You can count on us.
Well, I somewhat think this isn't something to worry about.
lord, moving off.
Come get some.
Where are we going? Piece of cake.
Oh, are they horseback archers? Now that is pretty cool.
Instructions.
The strongest of units from
We await
Stronghold
orders.
2. They were so outrageously powerful.
Always ready.
Ah, they're not so hot here.
What'll it be? We're leaving now.
Easily dispatched, no problem.
We await orders.
Stronghold 2 horse archers. Now there was something to be reckoned with. Because in Stronghold 2 you could also have shield units, mobile shield units that would protect them. They were so difficult to deal with. If you wanted to deal with them, you'd use burning logs, but a savvy enemy player would know to dodge your burning logs. Pitch would be good because you can slow down, but pitch is a one-use thing. Once it's gone, it's gone. Somebody mentioning Caesar? Pepper says probably won't see any Caesar in the near future. I am Caesared out. I can't think
Our
of
food
anything
stocks
left
are
to do in that
dwindling,
game.
my liege. Our gold stocks grow
I hate to say it, but I really don't need more taxes at this rate. I'm drowning in
We
dosh.
await orders.
You can count on us.
Needed, sire.
As long as you can keep food production going, there's very little reason not to expand your population. More population, and then put them to work creating food, which in turn allows more population. And if there's anything else that you need on
Can't
top
place
of that,
there, my lord.
then make them work there as well. More wood production, more weapons production, steel production, well, iron production, you name it. And of course a larger population means more people that you can draw
can count
upon
on
for an
us.
army.
Needed, sire.
You can only have a limited amount of people around the fireplace, but you could always turn off some of your production to immediately get more people to press into the army. Mills can be pretty good for that, because it's easy to be overflowing in flour. Heck, I was there. And that was over before we even knew it, so let's enjoy the counter siege.
Antioch was a strong and difficult city to attack. Fortunately, the Crusaders had a spy on the inside. He arranged for one section of the wall to be unguarded, allowing the Crusaders to stream in through St. George's Gate and take the city.
A huge Turkish army is on its way, so quickly garrison the city walls and man its towers. All food and trade routes are cut off. Make the most of limited supplies. It will take a lot of faith to hold Antioch.
Well, I have faith in me, so first off, let's slow down and see what we're dealing with here. Well, we've already broken through. We don't need to actually do the siege itself. What do we have at our disposal? Doesn't look like a whole lot. Looks like this is where we'll be attacked from. That's where the signpost is. Oh, but there's another signpost to the top right as well. So, coming from the top, lots of towers, lots of exceedingly high towers at that. What do we have available to us? Wood cutting, iron mining, apple ore. So this is going to be our food production area over by the oasis. Not terribly fertile, and apple orchards take up lots of space. I don't know what good a chapel is. Maybe the game would tell me. Oh, religious building. 3 types of religious building: chapel, church, and cathedral. They require a priest. They'll wander around, bless your people. The more people that are blessed, the greater effect of your popularity. Honestly, I think it's a waste of time. As your population grows, you'll need additional religious buildings to maintain the same level of religious coverage. So if it's the same as original Stronghold, I think it's a waste of time. The well, oh. Fires are one of the least fun things in the original Stronghold. I hope they don't make a particularly large impact on this. Blacksmithing, armorer, swordsman. Do we have a marketplace? No, we don't, so we have to produce our own stuff. I may or may not want swordsmen. It might just be better to mass archers. But there's not a lot of wood. There's the opposite of a lot of wood. Okay, starting population is 16. Slow the game down and do what I know how to do, which is put my people to work chopping down that wood. There's plenty of wood here, plenty of wood here. I want lots of wood cutting to begin with, because it also frees up area for farming. Plus, once they're done chopping all the wood, well, you have all the wood and you can get rid of them in favor of other industry. Like, are those cacti really in the way? I don't think so. It's hard to know the best places to arrange these for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That'll do for initial industry.
Yes?
Just
Leaving
get on the
now.
walls for now. Figure out what to do with you later on.
Tell us what to do.
Right. Well, there's not going to be any wheat farming, so I don't need to worry about bread, which is also unfortunate because, as you may have heard me talking about, bread is so powerful. There we go.
No change in the treasury, Lord.
Let's tax our people. Let's, granary location is terrible. But I don't want to destroy it because that'll get rid of all of that. The granary should be over here, so it's right next to where all the apple production is. What I would prefer to do is sell all the apples and move the granary over here. Doesn't seem to be much of an option right now. Can't build defensive anythings here. Alright, food is going to be a pain then. Unless I consume all this quickly and move the granary. That might not be the best idea though. Right, I think it's going to be about building lots and lots of Fletchers personally. So we shall begin with that. It's rather nice because the armory is... oh, it's non-existent. Well then, it'll have to be built when I have the wood, but currently, wood needed. Can you not build a second granary before you build the first?
Needs to be placed adjacent to the granary.
Well said, Stronghold man. And you can only place it next to the existing granary. Huh, how am I meant to repair my walls when I don't even have access to such things? Oh right, well there is the repair thing, and if anything should be repaired it should probably be this gatehouse. Costs a lot of stone, but there you go. It's not like I can build anything else. It's a long wait on some of these goods. I actually think it'd be better not to have built up my apple farms at all, just lived off of these apples for a while, and then moved the granary over. But we'll make do with it as it is right now. I think it's inefficient, but we shall make do. I will need more hovels. There's not really much point building it inside the city, because people spawn over by the, well, over at the keep anyway. The wood should come in rather nicely since I set up so many initial woodmen. It just takes a while for them to get back. Patrolling's a waste of time.
Off we go.
Get up there so I know where you're all at. I don't know if they're going to come with laddermen or not. Come to think of it, just...
Archers, ready!
all of my soldiers.
My bow is yours.
Get along there so I know where you're all at.
Your popularity is falling.
Against my better judgment, I'm going to build a well here and a well here. I think they employ people. They only cost money. Money is one thing that I do actually have.
Wood needed.
I know I need wood, so bring me the wood. Looking up images of historical Antioch indicates that the devs might indeed be simplifying the city a little bit. Nah, see, they didn't have cameras back in these days, so you're not getting the authentic image if you're just looking up Google images there. Right, I need that armory because I currently don't have anywhere to place those goodies. I'll slam it right over here.
Rations are a bit small, my lord.
Well, you're gonna have to cope with the situation. Doesn't matter what your popularity is as long as it's above 50. I mean, sure, you'll get people slower, but as long as you actually get the people, it's all fine in my book. But I think archers should keep us well here because our walls are in one piece. They're not gonna break through, hopefully. And there's some really high towers. I want to make use of that.
Instructions! Moving off!
It doesn't look like you can get many people up to one tower. How many do we have?
A small party of Arabian troops are heading to the castle.
We are on our way.
What a shame.
We await orders. Archers, ready.
Up you go. Right, well, at least the wood is coming in at a very reasonable rate.
We await orders.
And that wood translates to... oh, nice. Very nice. I love it when they do that. The buildings slope up against the walls if you build them next to them. I think that looks so good. Even double slopes up if you put it in a corner. Trying to keep a lazy eye on how many bows I have there.
My bow is yours.
Jake, do you finish watching all the Drew VODs? I mean, I didn't watch all of them from start to finish, but I did see at least some of all of them. And of course watching the puzzles, so I have plenty to talk about during the, well, the talk show. Right, hovels don't lean against the walls, but I guess it makes less sense for these ones to do so rather than the OG
Arabian
Stronghold
forces
ones.
are attacking.
Where from? Not there. Oh, they're up there. Well then. Wellity well then.
Me lord, leaving now.
Get
Moving
up there, please.
Off. Instructions. We are on our way.
Looks like they just have archers.
You can count on us.
So a sortie might be worth my time. And stone slingers. Oh, and a couple of whatever those are.
Yes, my lordship.
That's what I like to hear. Compliance.
We await orders. Needed, sire. We await orders. Leaving now.
Alright, let's see how this works out. Probably not as clinically as I'd like it to, but we'll be okay. Of that I have some confidence. Yeah, the food situation's looking fine. I can give people proper, or perhaps even good rations. Range targets are priority targets for archers.
Where are we going?
So I suspect they're going to go for the archers and the slingers first.
No problem.
So I'm actually going to send out these guys to engage with them. You'd think we'd be hard to hit. I mean, the amount of skill it must take to sling a stone in general.
Always ready.
Add to that slinging it
This'll be
up
easy.
to a tower. Must be quite a lot.
We await orders. Needed, sire.
Oh yeah, down they go. I'm not even sure my guys are getting a chance to engage.
Simple.
However, where did their swordsmen go? Or did we already shoot them dead? Oh right, they're over there. Can we encourage them to engage? It's fine though. All the time they spend attacking me, I'm doing just fine.
You can count on us.
Hold your
We're
ground for
leaving
now.
now.
Defense is on our side, so I believe in Nout, but archers right now.
Where are we going?
Alright, let's feel them out.
Piece of
I
cake.
want to know how strong
No
these things are.
problem. Off we go. Always ready. This'll be easy. Yes, my lordship.
Some strange pathing from this guy. Come on, go.
Simple.
Slug him.
What'll it be?
Oh wow, they mince us. I'd say they're about on par with mace men, maybe stronger.
We're leaving now.
That's rough.
Off we go.
But informative.
Tell us what to do.
If they are
We await
akin to mace
orders.
men, it's going to take quite a few bow shots to
Yes.
bring him down.
Archers, ready. Moving off. My bow is yours.
Are your strings waxed, lads? They better be. We got people to kill here.
Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
Right, people
We
are happy,
losing
so
a
let's
little
bring that
money,
down.
my liege.
It's hard to put into good synergy between taxing and taking food efficiently.
We are
You
losing
can
a little money,
average
my liege.
tax them, but proportionally it's not as good as low taxes.
These taxes.
So I'd rather low tax until popularity goes down to the 60s, and then give them extra rations to bump it back up to 100. Right, I got people dossing around who aren't working, and that is pretty unforgivable. My people live to work for me. Where's my extort subjects button? Wouldn't mind a bit more food coming in at that, but the arable land leaves a lot to be desired.
Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
We'll be okay. Just have faith. That's what the game told us to do. Yeah, actually, we started out with a bunch of iron. I could make some swordsmen. I could make, like, 3, but I'm not really convinced it's worth my time making those workshops. Especially since I have to keep my food production up with my population, and that's going to be very hard with just apple farms just over there. That said, though,
Our food stocks are dwindling, my
if we do
liege.
burn
Our
through all the
gold
food...
stocks grow steadily, sire.
Oh right, popularity's going up
The
because of
people worship you,
religion,
sire.
isn't it?
Our food stocks are dwindling.
Well then,
grow steadily,
they
sire.
can pay me a bit more money. What is this game mostly comparable to? Age of Empires or just pure city builder? Yes, Stronghold 1 would be the closest comparison, but then it would be almost exactly like this. It's base builder. It's not quite Age of Empires. Although I guess that comparison isn't completely without merit. It's just not the one I'd use.
We await orders.
Mostly because I'm not a big fan of Age of Empires.
Me lord, we are on our way.
Although there are petty reasons behind that. Guy I lived with, he was a bit of a casual when it came to video games, but he could
Instructions.
whoop me solidly
Leaving
at Age of
now.
Empires. That didn't sit well with me.
We await orders.
Being good at games is something
Yes.
that I'm meant to be.
Moving off.
I like the quaintness of this little castle, and I really like these tall towers. They feel a bit more meaningful than the initial towers that you got in the original Stronghold. Those things were relatively pathetic. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Goodbye, Granary. Ah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. But, hello, new Granary.
Your popularity is falling.
Much more efficient. People don't have to go very far at all to deposit those apples for me. Of course, now my popularity is going to sink like a rock because I'm not feeding my people. So
Our
to
gold
that
stocks
extent,
grow
I'm
steadily,
actually going
sire.
to lower my taxes a bit.
We are almost out of food, sire. Our food stocks are dwindling,
Less
my
than 1
liege.
month of food. Well, don't worry about it. Just get those apples going. They're taking a day and a half to chop down all this wood, though. The sooner these trees are gone, the sooner we can grow more apples here. So I'm going to slam people down there, bring in another hovel.
Our gold stocks grow steadily, sire.
I've got a lot of arrows here. I could be making a much larger army. Means
Our
I need
gold
people.
stocks grow steadily, sire.
Boy, do I need people. But that's alright, as long as my population and popularity both grow,
We await orders. Needed,
we
sire.
can put the band together.
Archers, ready.
Jake not feeding his people Frostpunk flashbacks. Well, these people don't starve to death here, they just get very unhappy with you, and then if your popularity drops too far, they simply leave.
We await orders. Needed, sire. Our treasury is empty.
I need that money, I've got to tax my people.
We are almost out of food, sire.
You have to understand, my peasants, I need your money. And your food.
We await orders. Needed, sire.
Fortunately though, no
My
matter how
boy is
unpopular
yours.
you are, people will always fight for you.
We are on our way.
I'm actually going to have you on the ramparts, I think. No, let's
Leaving now.
fill up all the towers first. Less space at the top of the towers, so there's less archer massing, but I imagine the same trick works here, where if you just tell multiple batches of archers to go up a tower, they will overlap and become this little death area. I don't like using that very much,
Recruits needed, sire.
but I do use it.
Me lord, moving off.
Defending is fairly easy in Stronghold. Attacking is where it gets abusively hard.
Granary stocks are very low, sire.
Well, very low is actually better than out
We
of
await
food, so
orders.
I see that as a good thing.
We are losing a little money, my liege. Instructions. We are on our way.
This is actually looking very good. Seldom do I have so much bow production. Normally I just sell off goods in order to import weapons, but evidently that's not an option on this scenario. Naffle saying that Stronghold transitioned to the 3D era with the grace
Granary
of
stocks are very low, sire.
Of a what trying to do somersaults? I think his brain shut down halfway through that sentence, but the intention is still felt there.
We await orders.
Stronghold 2 was rough, really rough around the edges, but it wasn't that bad. James, we're only halfway through this? Come on, I've got wonderful industry set up here. I'm actually going to get rid of these guys. They've cleared the trees for the most part. So we can maybe, just maybe, have even a single... Okay, no, we can't have any more apple orchards. That is pretty bad. Food's going to be a rough one. Not necessarily right. I can just reduce the amount of food that I feed my people with.
We await orders.
But I do need to tax my people for money as well.
Outlying villages have seen Arabian soldiers heading this way.
The people love you, my lord.
If they really loved me, they'd give me more money. I wonder if deleting... I have an idea, but it might not be a very good one. I'm gonna wait till that tree is gone. I might be able to squeeze in 2 apple orchards here, but I might actually lose out more than I get from that.
We await orders. Yes? Moving off! We are on our way!
There, this is pretty good protection. They'd have to throw something pretty heavy at me to get through this. I say that though, there's not a lot of defense for
Arabian
our
forces
lord.
are attacking.
Be defensive for our lord. Okay, yeah, they're throwing a wee bit more. Only from one angle though. If things look really grim, I can sell some of these Fletchers for money. Still be happier if I had better food production though. Alright, come and have a go. You can boke 'em.
Archers, ready!
Nah, just stay where you are. It'd be better just to mount all, group all archers here, but I want to see how they do against the enemy. Ah, Stronghold. This game is how I found your channel, says Mr. Fudgy. Are you looking forward to the new Stronghold Warlords? Looking forward doesn't really voice the trepidation I have for it. I hope it's good. But much as I love Firefly for their early work, their recent stuff, well, I've got some healthy skepticism. But I will check it out. I owe them that much at least. Okay, so there go the Slingers. They're trying to bring these down, but the Slingers are so much weaker than bowmen. So they didn't stand a ghost of a chance. Then in come their discount Arabian mace men, who I'm trying to get a good look at here. So it looks like they got a sword and a shield. It looks like they have some kind of padded armor going. But I mean, on my screen this is tiny. I don't know how it looks on your side. And yeah, looking at the damage they're taking, they're essentially mace men. Definitely not swordsmen, or else they'd still have full health right now. But they're not going to make it. I'm hopeful when playing the demo it just didn't feel right at all. Firefly lost their way a long time ago, unfortunately. Oh, I'm hopeful but when playing the demo. Like I said, I'll give it a chance. It's the least I can do for them. Oh, this bad boy is trying his hardest, but I don't think his hardest will be good enough. Imagine if this game had arrow logistics in it. Then you'd probably be looking at Knights and Merchants Stronghold Edition.
It's needed, sire. The castle has my bow is yours.
Takes a particular kind of mental gymnastics to defend Knights and Soldiers, in my view. Or is it Knights and Merchants? I think it's Knights and Merchants. But maybe I'm just blasphemous. Oh, we're into a winner here. I'm going to take a chance on deleting you and trying to squeeze in just a little bit more.
Can't place that there, my lord.
No, that's grim. That is grim on the food production, but we are balancing things nicely. Thankfully, you don't have to feed your troops in this game. unlike knights and merchants, right? And I don't really have the dosh flow to also erect an economy based around iron, so it's going to be nothing but wood for us, which is fine. I mean, why when defending would you invest in swordsmen when you could invest in archers?
More gold is needed.
The answer would be if they attack you with pikemen. If you were to be attacked by lots of pikemen in this kind of situation, your arrows would almost entirely pling off of them. Then you would need some kind of sortie, and then swordsmen would be preferable. But even then, I'd rather just shore up my defences. Not that we have defensive buildings. Where's the gold? Majesty was wonderful, but we already played through it. Didn't we beat Majesty? Maybe not. The game is abusively hard. Get rid of those. I don't really need much more wood coming in. I'm a firm proponent of the wood economy, but at this stage in the level, and sitting on all this wood that I can't even sell, I'm actually struggling to think what to do with it. Yeah, I built that well and have had nothing to show for it. I suppose I could pole turn, but I don't want melee units right now. Not when I can have glorious archers.
We await orders.
Chapels cost way too much money to justify as well.
Instructions.
Nope, I made my archery bed and I'm sleeping in it.
Moving off.
I think you did half of the southern campaign in Majesty. It's been quite a while. Yeah, wasn't it a punishment game actually? I think that was way back before we'd really decided what punishment was to be. I mean, we had Dungeon Keeper as a punishment game for Cruven's sake. There is not much of a less punishing game out there. It's difficult, I'll give you that, but it's too much fun.
We await orders. We are on our way.
Bullfrog had a certain way. That said, I never really liked Theme Hospital, but I liked Theme Park. I've since realised that I'm quite wrong, right? Theme Park isn't actually very good when you compare it to things like Roller Coaster Tycoon. But Roller Coaster Tycoon didn't come out for the Super Nintendo, and Theme Park did. Look at all these peasants sitting around, not working, but consuming my food. You know what, just to get them working, I'm going to set up some iron mines. I think these employ 3 people each, right? How many people are trotting off for that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, I guess it's 2 each then, if it's 6 for 3. What about the Lazy Bastard achievement for Factorio as a punishment game? Well, I've already done it off stream, and I love Factorio. There's no way that could be punishment. I think there's no way at all Factorio could be punishment. It's such a magical game.
We await orders.
Gold needed.
I'd have a
Yes?
very hard time thinking what my top 5 games of all time would be by now, because I've played so many amazing games over the past few years. And after playing Crusader Kings 3, I'd really have to rethink if Europa Universalis, even as a series, would remain in my top 5. Whew, but I tell you what, Rune Factory 4 would still be there. It is the best game off of that weird eastern island. Oh, right.
This building has no labor, sire.
The iron mine's actually inaccessible because of what I built around it. So it is 3 to an iron mine. Whoops. I don't like iron mines, period, right? It takes a while to make a bit of iron, and then it is a long journey back to the stockpile for 1 piece of iron. I'd rather just buy the iron. But marketplaces are not always available, so
We await orders.
I can't take that for granted.
Archers, ready. Moving off.
There's Death Shed again, still hanging around despite his incredible shame. You know, Death Shed, maybe you should stream Space Colony so that people can understand how great a game it is. Because it's lost on me.
We await orders. My bow is yours. We are on our way.
I'd be profoundly uncomfortable though if people shared my opinion on games just from watching me or listening to my opinion. I'd
You can count on us.
hate to have that kind of
Yes, my
shadow
lordship.
hanging over me.
Me lord?
That'll be a little tricky.
Well, I'll get to it anyway. Jake offloading the streaming again. Well, I'm not touching that game with an 8-foot barge pole again. It was so bad.
We await orders.
Gold needed.
And it's not that it was really missing any sort
Instructions.
of production
Leaving
quality.
now.
It's just that none of the gameplay elements were particularly engaging. It was like a really...
Scouts report a large Arabian force marching towards us.
Yeah, how large could it be?
We await orders.
Really downgraded
We
RTS
await orders.
mixed with a really
Moving
crappy
up.
version of The Sims. So I'd say it was more like the herbs in space. I mean, the herbs took the bad part of The Sims and mixed it with God knows what. The only redeeming factor is how hilarious the game was, thanks to you, Rangu McBain. I don't think this castle is particularly well defended, but I can't imagine that the
Arabian
scenario
forces are attacking.
is going to throw anything particularly
Archers,
impressive at us.
ready.
Where are they attacking from? Top left. Is this the final one? It is. Well, bring it on. Couldn't even up the difficulty for this one. What a shame. Oh, these guys are probably going to die. My iron mine workers. Oh, they're being protected by my hail of arrows, though. Well, I'll be damned. Quite a few more of their discount mace men, but if they're busy fighting my iron mine workers, all the better for me to pelt them with arrows. In this game, your units are red. No modern strategy game would dare make red the default for your own units. It's just so set in stone that red is enemy by now. It's not a criticism of the game, though. It's merely an observation. Oh, I think they're trying to mash down my tower. Can't repair it with enemies nearby, but
The enemy's onslaught.
God, they stood no chance. Yeah, I am the invader. But if you invade successfully enough, you're no longer the invader. You're the native.
As the march continues southward, the petty emirs along the way yield to the Crusaders, agreeing to pay the tributes they demand. Resistance is met at the city of Akka, which refuses to surrender.
The main part of the army is laying siege to Arkal, but the men are becoming disheartened. Start construction of a new castle, Crac de Chevalier, and begin ale production to increase troop morale. There are large bands of raiders nearby that may prove to be a threat.
Okay, now this is the meat and potatoes of Stronghold.
Place a keep to site your castle, my
Build and defend, and also produce. Before we do anything of the sort... okay, this is one of the challenges that you get in a Stronghold map. When you don't actually know what you can produce, it's hard to know where to site your keep. I know that this is a god-awful place to do it, it's all hilly and stuff, but... this is only arable land, so if I'm going to do apple production, I want to do it up there. If stone production's a thing, I might want to be closer to there. It's really hard to know.
Place a keep to site your castle, my liege.
But I'm going to place it here.
Site your granary, sire.
Oh, I can't even cite my granary. Consciously, because I don't know what I'm going to be producing. I'm going to slam it over here, though. Alright, what do we have access to? Ah, we do have wheat. Excellent. Okay, my popularity starts out pretty good, and the obvious thing for any cunning strongholder to do is to chop down all trees in the vicinity. Deforestation is where it's at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can have 10 people by default. I'm going to start with apple production, but I hope not to have to maintain apple production for very long, because it's far more efficient to do pretty much anything else. The nice thing about apples is they need a lot of space, but they're otherwise a no-brainer. I'll have them for now and then destroy them. Bring in the people.
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
I'm sure they are. Let's make sure that we've maxed out our popularity, though.
No change in the treasury, lord.
What else do we have for industry? We do have stone production. That's a mile away, but fortunately the ox tethers are fairly efficient because they carry 8 stones at once. I really miss the live-action cut screens of the old games like Civ, Command and Conquer used to. The real live-action stuff. Oh, Command and Conquer had that one down pat. Alright, there
We are
go.
losing a little money, my liege. Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
There we go, that keeps me nice and popular. How are we doing on the wood front? We still have plenty. Can I trade with a marketplace? I can. I'm going to establish one nice and early right there so that I can see what I have access to. I can't trade food. I can trade materials. That's good. I'm going to start by getting rid of that iron.
Goods.
I can't buy weapons. That's a shame. If I could buy weapons, I could win this on industry alone. Now, what I absolutely need are hovels. I'm just going to slam them over here. Not going to worry too much about their position for now. I'm going to slam down 3 of them. I don't like spending that much wood that early, but wood production can be done extremely close to base. There we go. Nout but wood flowing in. Expand the stockpile. 1 is never enough. 6 is barely enough. And get moving. I wonder how early I get attacked. I get 5 bows and 5 shanks as well. So I should set up a military before too long. I imagine a lot of players back in the day did not complete the ale production thing on this because they wanted to make this map last as long as possible. Looks like a really comfy map. And I imagine you get constantly attacked, so you get to keep putting your units to use. Alright, I got more wood, and more wood is going to mean more wood. The wood production must grow to meet the growing needs of the wood production. Will put a bit of a strain on the food economy, all this. So I'm bringing in more and more people, but they're just going to have to live with that. There we go, get people working. And I'm going to start taxing them as well, because I want some dosh coming in. Just a little bit here and there should do. There we go, nice amount of wood coming in, meaning I could probably start up my bow production nice and early. Get these buggers to work. And then again, no, my bakeries are going to go here, because it's between here and the granary. So over here is where my Fletchers should be.
More wood is needed.
Yeah, I hear you. Armory should of course be over here. Yeah, I'm going to try and make something fairly aesthetic here, but I can't bother with aesthetics early on if I want massed wood production, and I do. What would be your top 3 or 5 worst games? Oh man, I have played so many bad games. I would have to sit down and do hours of research on what I've played to figure that one out.
Stone needed.
Suffice to say, I don't have the answer. Can I buy stone? That would be good. I'd hate to establish a stone economy this early. It's really expensive, though. Don't like having no defense, but I doubt the game would throw such horrors at me that quickly.
Wood needed.
Alright, I'm gonna set up a quarry. Is there a way around here? There is a way around there. That's kind of cool. Alright, get quarrying, get ox tethering. That should keep yet more of my people busy. And if I have the wood, I want more hovels. Make this disgusting area for all my people to live in. I learned a lot about strategy from a German chap that I used to live with. Same German chap who I have talked about before of having ran away with my money. So maybe he considered that a fee for his services, regardless. It was through playing Stronghold 2 together that he really taught me the pragmatism of mass production in these kinds of games. So I guess I am grateful to the man for that. I guess. Okay, what else do we still want to do at this point? The stone will come in eventually. We have enough food production through these apple orchards for now, but as soon as this wood is cleared, I'm going to transfer all of my woodcutters up to there. There's still plenty of wood to be had, and start the grain production over here. Did you ever find out what happened to that German chap?
Not enough stone, my lord.
I tracked him down to a university he'd gone to study in. Then I sent him a letter detailing how much I wanted that money that he took from me back. What is a water pot? Never heard back from him. Stairs, walls, crenulations, lookout towers. I don't understand why they want me to put out, I don't understand why they want me to have the facilities to put out fires. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But regardless, I am going to set up a water pot right there and see what happens. Music's rather loud, isn't it? As good as it is, it's a bit loud even for me there. And I get nervous without any background music. I'm sure we'll have our hops eventually, but until then I got other things to do. These trees are still getting in the way though. I need as much cut down here as possible. And once we have a little bit of stone back, I'll be able to erect a barracks and then turn all of these into bowmen for me. Of course, I could just buy the stone. I don't think my economy is hurting that badly. Jake's streamed 333 games on 333 different games on Twitch. That's a scary amount.
Your popularity is falling.
If it's falling, I want it to be higher. Well, it's actually not a big deal to be higher right now. What I could always do is have more wood production. There's no point having people that aren't working for me, and wood is a wonderful, cheap way to get people working straight away. More fletching as well, though, for what it's worth. A good amount of bows set up early. It's going to work wonders for us. I suppose, since I have all these people and all this wood, it's good to also have all this stone. Gonna set those up and set up another oxman. Now this would and probably will get shot to shreds, but I'll probably put a tower up here, man it with archers so it can defend this area a bit better. Yeah, off go my people. It's alright though, population is a resource in and itself.
Our granary stocks are growing, sire. Morning, your lordship.
Oh god, it's a grim looking fellow. He needs his ale then. God, those poor trees getting massacred by the woodsman. But this area is almost clear for grain production.
Can't place that there, my lord.
Huh, looked fertile to me. I will destroy some of these woodcutter places. You, and I'll get rid of you guys as well, because the time has come for grain. The thing is, where can I have the grains? Can I have it there at least?
Can't place that there, my lord.
Huh, it's harder to see where it can go than I expected. Like, I would have thought this looks fairly fertile to me, but guess I'm completely wrong. I mean, it can go there, but who knows, maybe it can go here once this tree is gone.
Granary stocks are very low, sire. Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Well, actually, I should worry a little bit about it. I have far too many people and not enough food production going on right now. It would actually be prudent to cut back on the people I have. Yeah, it is hard to see where to put down food production buildings. People get in the way, trees get in the way, God knows what else gets in the way. What I could do,
our gold stocks grow steadily, sire.
Reduce taxes, and since I know this area is fertile, get rid of you and ensure that we go big or go home on grain production.
Can't place that there, my lord.
People are going to hate me for a while here, that's a given.
No change in the treasury.
So I'm going to bribe them into staying for a while. Just long enough to get my grain production on the go proper. It is real hard to know where to put these things. Oh well, just gotta clear more forestry so I can be absolutely sure where everything can go. Puts my people to work nicely anyway. Now I'm criminally aware that I'm probably going to be attacked soon, so I want my barracks up. One ox cart has made it, the other's on its way, and look, stone production is more than this ox tether can manage, so I'm going to set up another 2 tethers, in fact. Oh yeah, man, food is gone.
Our treasury is empty.
Soon the treasury will be as well. But once we have wheat coming in fact, I'm going to preempt the wheat coming in with a mill. Keep the mill as close as possible. It doesn't actually need to be as close as possible. It can be a wee bit away, since the mill boys do run around a bit. Yeah, they run around quite a bit, actually, so I'm going to slam it over there. And then, let's just preempt the bakery need with, you know, the bakeries. There we go. Not liking all the enormous bribing that I'm doing right now, but as soon as I have food I won't have to keep doing that, and once the bakers are going, we will definitely have that food. Yeah, I'd like to eat the camels, unfortunately. Oh jeez, you kind of sit around in the way there, don't you? Well, there's the first of hopefully many sacks of grain, flour rather. Maybe I did put you too far away. You've got a ways to go to dump the sacks of flour there. I'll need a second mill anyway. Maybe I'll put that one over here.
Not enough workers available to run this building.
Have some faith. I know what I'm doing, probably. I am hemorrhaging that money, though, and I do not like to bribe my people.
Our treasury is empty.
Yeah, that's enough bribery. I'm going to take your money now. If people want to flee, then so be it.
We await orders. Needed, sire.
There, at least the wood situation looks pretty amazing. And there we go. The flour's coming in. The food's coming in. We've fixed the problem. The problem, which I would say was largely caused by having no idea where to put my food. I mean, I can put you there. If I get rid of you, can I have another one here? That's a no. Mysterious. Oh well. Maybe they'll patch that one in. Jake, why is fancy text 2,000 channel points? Well, let me answer your question with another question. Why fancy text?
Granary stocks are very low, sire.
I mean, I don't see the appeal. Makes it a bit easier for me to see. Maybe that is the appeal.
A small party of Arabian troops are heading to the castle.
Right, that is cause for concern because I don't have much of anything to defend myself with. So let's change that. Some stone is coming in, so I can set up at least a gatehouse here. But I desperately need some something resembling an army. So what I'm actually going to do is turn off woodcutters in order to get lots of peasantry. Recruit said peasantry, then restart the woodcutting, and that'll still give people work to do when they come in. It's also going to reduce the amount of people that I have to feed, which is rather nice. And then once that stone's there, well, where are they going to attack from? There or there. So if I just defend the south, I should be okay. Set up a gatehouse here, which only costs 10, and we have more than 10 coming in. Do soldiers not eat food? Soldiers do not eat food. Right, so I'm gonna build you here. Can all of you fit up there for now?
My bow is yours. We are on our way.
I'm gonna be a bit scuppered if they attack with more than that.
Me lord? Leaving now. Moving off. We are on our way.
Get up there.
Instructions.
And you guys are here to defend the Lord if it comes to that. Hopefully it does not. Right, if I can repel this attack, then great. If I can't, well, back to the drawing board for me. But I don't have what it takes to erect a large tower.
Arabian forces are attacking.
How many are we talking? Oh, well, that doesn't look like much at all. Although they are already attacking us.
Where are we going? Off we go.
Get there and get defending.
We await orders. Leaving now.
You guys get a little closer since that seems to be where they want to attack. Pathetic defense, I will admit, but it's all we have for now. And this economy is going to swing pretty hard once it's fully operational, at least. I'm going to remove some of these cutters since the wood is looking fine for now. There we go. It's slingers and horse archers. We'll be fine.
Always ready. Yes, my lordship.
Although I'm a bit bothered if they kill my my Fletchers, though. See, Fletchers carry important items, and if they die, you lose out.
What'll it be? Piece of cake.
Take that guy down whilst you can, please.
Yes?
Tell us what to do.
Did he just run away?
We're
I
leaving
don't
now.
see him anymore.
Off we go.
Okay, we'll get back to defending the Lord. I will slowly but surely bring in this stone. In fact, there's way too much stone piling up over there, so I'm going to have more ox tethers available to bring it back. Popularity is dying,
People are leaving the castle.
so I'm going to give them super rations and cut off their taxes for a little bit.
Archers, ready!
Groovy. Alright, so fortunately for me, that was a bit of a pathetic attack. Cut down on the wood economy so I have more people to keep everything else functional. And as my popularity rises, we'll get people in to fill these empty spots.
People are coming to the castle.
We might be stuck in a desert, but at least he's not forcing us to eat. Oh, force feeding us cheese. Yeah, in the original one, the cheese economy can be rather strong. It's not my favourite of the economies, but it also kind of makes my mouth pucker up at the very thought of having nothing but cheese to eat. And not in a good way. I mean, I love cheese. Oh boy, do I love cheese, but... You know, cup of milk and a slice of Edam for breakfast. Massive chunk of cheddar for lunch. And then, I don't know, some yogurt and some... what would you even have? I don't know, cheesecake for dinner? Alright, there's a bit of a problem. There is too much flour. If that can even be called a problem. I didn't check, did I? Can I sell bread? No, I can't sell food at all. Well, in a way I can. With double rations,
No change in the treasury,
I can
Lord.
tax my people to death, but I'm going to wait until I have more popularity for that. I also need more milling going on. Hefty needs in the population, but this will be okay. What a cute little residential area we have here. I should probably wall it in just so I feel good about it. Did anyone bring you the Dutch invention, the Kasschaaf? Doesn't sound like a real word, does it?
These taxes are unjust.
Oh, but they are. Right, I think once people are over here and working them, no, I can't help but feel I will need yet more tethers. Nice of that to come with a free ox, though, for my people at least. Alright, speed it up, there's too much nothing happening right now. I want my economy fully functional once more. That's a bit better. And with that money coming in, I want to have more Fletchers, because I was not comfortably able to repel that attack. Not comfortable enough, at least. So there we go, Fletchers for days. Choose through the money, sure, but what doesn't? These bloomin' camels getting in my way. To the point where I can't even build my wall. Get out of the way!
My boy's yours. Arrows away!
Get rid of these things, please.
Me lord?
Alright, enough of that. Gotta be careful not to click disband, because you can just get rid of all of your units that way. And it's about as fun as it sounds, which is to say not very. Alright, nobody's coming in that way at least.
Buildings are on fire, sire.
Doesn't this seem awfully familiar?
Buildings are on fire, sire.
Paying the price already. Well, my market's gonna die anyway, so let's just get rid of you. I can't believe they kept this from Stronghold 1. It was the most horrible thing. The spontaneous combustion. Oh god, the fire spreads.
Your popularity is falling. People love you, my lord.
Yeah, overcrowding's killing us now. Well. Gonna put my hovels over here now, so they're far away from the bakers. There you go. Well, that was savage. That was real savage. Gonna have a little well over it. Well, no, I won't put a well over there. If these buildings can catch fire, then we'll find out in due time. Goodbye food production, though. Let's make it last a little longer and cut back on the taxes. I'd love to have a whole lot more stone right now. There, almost got ourselves relatively walled in here, which would be nice. Set up another gatehouse here so that people can get through.
A small party of Arabian troops are heading to the castle.
Damn Arabians. But they'll never take me alive. They can't get through here, which means they'll have to path around here and then eat my archers. And we have more stone coming in as well. But I have to deal with my lack of employment problems right now. The thing is, I need a lot more bakers because we have so much flour piling up right now.
Can't place that there, my
There we go.
lord.
Much bigger stockpile, making space for everything. Popularity's pretty good, so people are coming into the castle.
Gold is flowing into the
Could be
treasury,
better, though.
sire.
And I don't have 3 people to press into the army. If I did, I could make 22 more archers, which would be well placed right here, right now.
Arabian forces are attacking.
You know what?
Work halted, my lord.
Put an end to that.
We await orders. Recruits needed,
Grab them
sire.
here. Oh, it's another tiny party. Worrying over absolutely nothing here.
Instructions. We await orders.
I think I will just axe wood production for a while, since I have so much of it. I'd be hard pressed to chew through all that wood during this this level, I think.
Can't place that there, my lord.
I didn't even register them attacking, but I'm sure they did, because we went and whooped their asses.
Yes?
Yes, my lordship.
Much better. Well, I should have some going right now, so I think I will maintain that skeletal amount of woodcutters just to get rid of the crap up there. Otherwise though, food is coming in. I need more bakers, even at the now clear risk of insane amounts of fire. Who could have seen that disaster coming? I don't like offsetting my my buildings the way I did there, but I still did. You know what, I think it would look pretty nice having a bunch of bakers on this side. I won't be able to see them, but I'll know they're there. If they wanted to gimp bread production, doubling the cost of building a baker would be one way to do it, for sure.
No change in the treasury, lord.
There we go. Yeah, I probably could have beaten this scenario by now, but it feels nice to just build up a lovely little castle. Would be nice to have some unemployment though, so I can have people to press into the army.
Stone needed.
So I will. Jake, you know they're there when the wall catches on fire. I would like to believe that walls can't catch on fire, but these hovels, which look awfully stony, certainly could.
We await orders.
That was a familiar sounding death noise.
Archers, ready! Moving off! Your popularity is falling.
I'm feeling generous. I'm going to establish a
Can't place that there,
church
my lord.
place. I'll see if that affects my popularity much. I have the money, so I might as well. Ooh. Wait, there's low wall, and then there's stone wall. Wasn't aware there'd be different kind of walls like that.
My bow is yours.
And of course the crenulations. What's a wall without a crenulation? What's this wall, evidently? See, this, in my eyes, is a stronghold magic, being able to make something this comfy. Although you might reasonably think that this wall looks a bit nasty. Ah well. Low wall replaces palisades in Crusader. I don't recall there being palisades. general. There we go. That powerful industry, because we control the oasis. Jinx, if that dried up, this whole place would become a ghost town. And because of this high population, I can press a massive army at the click of a, well, many clicks of a button.
Me lord? We are on our way.
And they pay me huge amounts of taxes, even with low tax amounts. That feels pretty great to me. Gosh, I need more ox tethers here. As long as you can feed it, having a high population is so good.
Growing, sire. The people hold you in great esteem, my lord.
A small party of Arabian troops are heading to the castle.
Fiscally.
We await orders. Recruits needed, sire.
Right, it's high time I actually got to work on that food production, ale production. Well, ale is pretty much
Can't
food, right?
place that there, my lord.
Where's it gonna go? We actually have too much of this stuff coming in, so I'm going to decommission you and replace you with hops. That must have happened somewhere throughout history. Somebody destroyed vital food in order to make alcohol.
Arabian forces are attacking.
Alright, is it anything serious? No, it's not.
Instructions.
It's a joke force.
Leave it.
I think this became inaccessible. Feels like it did. Let's expand that wall a bit.
We await orders.
Some of you were still firing in that direction.
Buildings are on fire.
Oh, and I don't see it. Oh wait, what? The wall? No, it's not the wall. It's the bakers underneath the walls. Go put it out. Not with your body. Oh, okay then.
Buildings are on fire.
That's some rough stuff. Do you have braziers, Jake? No, we do not. The enemy must be mystified. They're just watching my place, wondering how it combusts. Not the granaries! Oh no, those are important.
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
Hope you like toast. Wow. Well, fortunately my stone places didn't catch fire, but I hope that fire doesn't spread to my farms as well. That sizzle's bringing back some grim memories. But at least with the lower population from them all dying by fire, they're not going to eat so much of my food. But that also means they pay less taxes and produce less food, so not necessarily a win.
Our food stocks are dwindling. Enemy are vanquished.
Well, you know what? Nothing broke.
This building has no labor, sire.
Nothing broke. I still think it's good for efficiency to bunch everything together like this, so maybe it's just good to have a have something like this completely surrounded by the water pots, which at this point I'm convinced are just full of gasoline. Jake, that's how Long Pig got invented. Well, whatever quells the hunger pains.
gold is flowing into the treasury
Right,
side.
give people a tax break for now, so they can come here and work themselves to death. Speed up the game at that as well.
Your popularity is rising.
Yeah, I imagine people wouldn't want to break through my walls if they saw the fire within. Just imagine the heat draft you'd get from that. It would be
Our
muckle
food stocks are
unpleasant.
dwindling. Gold is flowing into the treasury, sire. The people worship you, sire.
Religion. Oh well, I guess nobody's working there, so religion wouldn't be doing anything for us. But come now, people. Join my commune. Every time that halo makes a green rotation, somebody joins. If it makes a red rotation, somebody leaves. See, I let my guard down because the previous place where I had access to the wells did not give me any fire, whereas this one most assuredly did. Oh right, this guy took the long way around. God, what a mistake for him. Don't know if he killed anybody on his way around here though. Wait, I made a short wall there, right? Instead of a stone wall? I can't tell. Well, I'll be able to tell
Yes.
if you guys can get up there.
That's quite a run.
Oh, you can.
Move it! Our hop plants are overrun with hop weevil. The crop is ruined, my liege.
Man, it really feels like I'm playing the economic campaign of Stronghold 1 here. It's no bother though, it's easily dealt with. I do, however, need to get brewing. How many breweries? I reckon 3 will do. Of course, there's no way I'm opening up an inn.
A small party of Arabian
No
troops
way.
are heading to the castle.
It's just asking for trouble.
We await orders. Recruits needed, sire.
Right, I don't want people actually coming up and attacking you, so I'm going to get rid of that stairway. And you are simply there to defend my stone infrastructure, or stone economy.
Archers, ready. We are on our way.
And man, what's a wall without complete crenulations? A failure of a wall is what it is. Let's top that off. There we go, no one's getting in here.
Arabian forces are attacking.
We await orders. Recruits. My bow is yours.
Well, they don't stand a ghost of a chance.
The people worship you, sire.
I actually wonder how and where they'll attack. If they were clever, they'd go up and around here and attack me in this area because it's completely undefended, or rather unprotected. Of course, with that in mind, I could change that straight away. Easily done. Yeah, if they kill one of my ox, they take out 8 stone if it's on its way to the stockpile, and that's a big economic hit. But I'll just swallow it, I've already built up my wall.
We await orders. Me lord? Leaving now.
There, no one's getting through this.
We await orders. Instructions.
This is where games like Stronghold, well, specifically Stronghold, shine for me, and other
We
RTSs
await
don't.
orders. Moving off.
I can build something nice and comfy, and feel vindicated on my choices by how well I can defend it. Now, of course, what you could just do is camp the spawn points by building a walled-in tower with dense archers here, and you're done. But I mean, then you wouldn't feel good about building. Well, maybe you would, but I wouldn't feel good about building up my own little micro mass economy like this.
Our granary stocks are growing.
And then I feed them more food in order to squeeze more taxes out of them.
These taxes are unjust.
Aren't they just? Yeah, I think I will set up another chapel, see if that has any effect.
The people worship you,
Because
sire.
getting religion coverage seems pretty hard here. I've always thought that chapels are a waste of time. Because the chaplain just doesn't seem to do anything. Of course, that's the case with large populations. With small populations, they're better, but they cost so much. I don't want to spend 250 gold on like a +1 or +2 popularity when I have a tiny population.
Are on fire, sire.
Okay, where and how? Oh yeah, forget that. They're just gonna burn. Oh well, no, maybe. Maybe the water lads will go and fix it. There's a lot to fix, though.
Buildings are on fire, sire.
Well, the whole reason I left this unguarded was to see how much of an effect that would have. So now I know that if you want these remote places to be dealt with, you should have water pots set up over there as well. That's a bit demanding on the people economy, because straight here I've already got 15 people working full time on water in a relatively small place. You're causing me problems, you know. Well, they're doing okay-ish. A lot of damage taken, you might be destroyed. Well, I'll be damned, they survived. But now I know that I need you there. I don't like that. Churches and cathedrals are worth it despite the footprint for the reliable plus to popularity. They are worth it, says Prince Prince. I'm not convinced. Like, I'm really not convinced.
People love you, my lord.
These two that cost me 500 gold are giving me nothing for religion coverage. They're large, expensive, they employ people. I'd rather just have a bigger, fatter economy. Speaking of which, didn't my marketplace burn down? Let's bring you back. If the fire breaks out here, oh boy, those water guys are not going to make the impact that they need to. Not that I have anything that I particularly want to trade. Could get rid of some of this wood, but you only get 1-to-1. We're making plenty of money on taxes
Arabian
anyway.
forces are attacking.
Oh ho!
Yes?
I didn't even notice that signpost there. I'm surprised I was allowed to build so close to it. Run, run as a soldier's wail, as death from above continues to hail, as the jester sang in Stronghold 1. It's as true then as it's true now. They could do an actual attack on me if they massed these and maybe brought a siege weapon. Otherwise, though,
Castle has held firm.
castle will never hold firmer. Okay, where's all that ale of mine? It's taking its sweet time backing up. I'm gonna get rid of you in order to have more hop farms, which will probably only serve to eat more hop weevil, my lord. And I guess another brewery or two would help out. Hopefully they don't catch fire. That would be a much more agreeable place to catch fire. The bakeries and the breweries. I'm not quite sure how a stonemason caught fire. Looking at it, what has it got? Rope, tether, Wooden slats for moving these around. What, did I manage to ignite a rock after chipping away at it? Maybe some of the dry wood caught? I'm not a stone person. What are those called? Geologists, I couldn't tell you. Alright, smoking the local herb. I guess, yeah, I could buy that. Why are some places
This building has no labor,
losing
sire.
its labor? Ah, it's because I'm actually out of flour. Impressively. Not that that's a big deal.
The people worship you,
Quite
sire.
the opposite of a deal right now.
We await our hop plants are overrun with hop weevil. The crop is ruined, my liege.
Wonder how speedrunners handle that.
My bow is yours. We are on our way.
I guess you just start your ale production as early as possible, but we've already won. We're just waiting for the 23 additional bots of ale to be delivered. I'm really curious, Prince, why you say that churches are worth it. I strongly believe that it's better just to have a massed economy, a massed population, and not worry about giving them drink or religion. Just give them lots of food and then tax them accordingly.
Gold is flowing into the
And then,
treasury,
of
sire.
course,
The
you're going to
people
want
worship
fear
you, sire.
factor. Fear factor, maximum fear to maximize productivity output. Good things make them way too lazy.
Gold is flowing into the treasury, sire.
Oh, God, the money I'm making here.
Buildings
I just...
are on fire, sire.
Oh no! Oh no! It's happening exactly where I said it would. Well, that's not
Small
good news for
party of
you.
Arabian troops are heading to the castle.
Well, welcome to the world of overcrowding. This encourages you to space out your buildings, but I don't
Arabian
think that's
forces are
worth it.
attacking.
I think it's better to bunch them up and just have more water. Because space is a resource. The larger you grow your area, the more you're going to need to wall in. Maybe you could actually use these water pots as fire breakers. If you make a small bit of water pots between these kinds of areas, it should stop the fire spreading. But I don't know that for sure. The slums are burning. That's what they get for smoking the leaf. I mean, I've got this running at max speed. I feel like the original Stronghold was faster, but that's probably just my rose-tinted goggles.
We await orders. Recruits needed, sire.
I feel a little bad though. I mean, they're giving me swordsmen and spearmen, and I'm just saying no.
Me lord, leaving now.
But I do believe in the archers. Why fight melee? Because then you lose the melee units, or they'll get injured over time. Whereas archers have unlimited arrows and can just keep chipping away at the enemy from the safety of the wall. You can always extend your areas now, build a new square walls and fill... Yeah, certainly. Oh, I wonder if walls stop fire. Maybe you could use walls to that effect. But fire spreads devilishly fast. Still though, our bakeries survived the last fire. And I do have space for those guys there. They'd be very fast to get water and dump it. That, I imagine, would be a half-decent fire break between these areas, because they would put out anything on this side quickly enough before it spreads to this side. He doesn't know for sure, but I think that works.
The people worship you, sire.
Oh, what's
The
that?
people worship you, sire.
+1. Oh, but it's from food, because they have 2 types of food. When it comes to religion, blessed people, 20%. I'd need a third one just to get +1 from religion. But just to give it a chance, I will. Hell, I'll even build another. Let's see how the religion plays for us. Come on, priests, get to work. Bet you can dig moats to stop fires. Well, moats... Oh, there we go. Ooh. It's actually +2 instead of +1.
A small party of Arabian troops are heading to the castle.
I might be convinced that +2 is worth the time then. Okay, Prince, you've won me over. I think, let's see, if 3 of them can do it for a population of 146. Yes. Yeah, I see it now.
Unable to break down Achar's defenses, the Crusaders march onwards to Jerusalem. The initial assault proved fruitless due to the lack of siege engines. The nearest forest is over 20 miles away, so the final attack is delayed for weeks.
Now the siege towers are ready, lead the main assault against the north wall. Word has come in of a massive Egyptian army marching to relieve Jerusalem, so the main fortress must be captured as quickly as possible.
Right, now for the one that separates the men from the boys, and I might still be in the boy league here, because sieging in Stronghold is never that easy. What do we have? Siege towers... Alright, well, let's straight away pause, slow down, and also reflect on the fact that I have not saved once here.
Saving.
Time for my siege. 2 towers, 2 horseback knights, lots of regular knights, some spearmen, some bowmen. There's been no mention of pitch whatsoever, so maybe, just maybe, we don't have to worry about that. Where's their weakest area? I think it's over here. I think I should bring everybody down across here. Archers shoot out those that are in the towers. Siege engine gets up here. Flood it with spearmen to secure the walls, and then swordsmen take the offensive. Why doesn't the modern game have a saving? Oh hey, it's Daniel. How's it going? Right, I don't have a lot of confidence in my siege ability, but let's try anyway. We are on a timer as well.
We stand ready. Forward!
Ah yes. Just hearing these voices, I know everything's all right.
Moving off. We are on our way.
My lord, sire.
What do they have though? Are those stone slingers? If they are, I can take them out from a distance.
Yes. Archers, ready. Leaving now.
Even if they have elevation, I think archers are better than stone slingers in terms of range.
Ready, sir.
No, no, no.
Tower ready, sir.
There's a nasty bug in Stronghold where you have fewer engineers leave a thing than there were inside it. And I might have dropped that.
Manning siege equipment. Tower ready, sir.
Oh, thank God, it's okay. Oh no, they did have archers, not just stone slingers.
My bow is yours.
This could be bad for me. Hopefully our numbers make up for their height advantage.
Our horses are ready. Me lord.
Alright, everybody's getting to work, but bring them down. That's good, that's good. Every one we bring down of theirs makes me feel a whole lot better.
Instructions.
Lovely. They got these cool little wooden things to help protect them from incoming fire as well. I like that. I like that a lot. There's just so many of my arrows not meeting target. What do we have here though? Archers or stone slingers? So hard to tell.
Tower ready, sir. Tower ready, sir.
Let's get probing with these.
We await orders.
That's good. That's very good. There's far fewer of those to come at us.
Archers, ready!
Get over there.
Always ready.
I
Your
live
command?
to serve you.
Jake, fire throwers. They have a little more clothes in their upper bodies. Fire throwers. Oh Christ, yeah, I saw that. I saw like a video of how long Stronghold units can survive in fire. It looked like they were using some kind of fire throwing units to make that happen.
Tower ready, sir.
Go get that. The sooner I can get some high ground myself, the better. And I should have far fewer of
Tower ready, sir.
them to worry about.
What'll it be? We're leaving now.
You guys get ready to join.
My lord, sire. For valor!
You have something in mind? My boy is yours.
Right, that looks good enough to me.
Moving off!
Once that siege engine is there, archers are going in.
Tell us what to do.
I want you guys over here as soon as that thing's operational. Looks operational to me. Get in there. Get attacking.
Instructions! Orders!
Get up there. Get over
Yes,
there.
my lordship.
Keep some hanging back just in case.
Tower ready, sir. You can count on us.
Yeah, you know what? I want you guys storming all the way over there. Oh, that looks like fire. Well, hopefully it won't affect us since we're already on the walls. How can one even throw flame? Greek fire, man.
Where are we going? We're leaving now.
Get over there. Get absolutely over there.
Yes?
What a difference it makes having your
I live to serve you.
archers on the walls. The knights are going to go in for that. Oh, we control the gatehouse, so we can go in with our knights as well. The horseback knights at that.
Archers, ready! We are on our way. Leaving now.
Always ready.
Come on,
Off
guys,
we
get
go.
over there. Spearmen leave a lot to be desired. You'd more rather have mace men, but when it comes to storming the walls, they get the job done.
Yours. My lead. Cut them down.
Can you even get up there from there? I suspect that you cannot,
Your command.
but I know who can.
Swordsman, attack! We salute you.
Where'd all the rest of my swordsmen go?
We stand ready.
They're there somewhere. Oh right, they're taking the civilized way in. Fair enough. Sorry, Jerusalem, but you are mine today. Also, I'm not sorry.
Tell us what to do.
That'll be a little tricky.
Yes, my lordship.
My knights are just torching the place. We might need those places for living in, you know. Oh, that guy is scunnered.
Enemy are control of the castle, sire.
Well, that was abhorrently easy. I didn't even need the swordsman. Didn't need half the spearmen. Did not give you the end of scenario
The city
summary.
is secured before the Egyptian reinforcements have a chance to interfere. With Jerusalem taken, this crusade becomes the first and only crusade to succeed in the goal it set out to achieve. The Holy City remains in European hands for 88 years.
So what's up with the next historical campaign? Saladin's Conquest. Drive the Crusaders out of Palestine with Saladin's Arabian army before their power becomes too great. Man, Call to Arms was too easy and over too quickly, but out of fear of this turning into a Star Wars Episode 1 run, we're going to save that for our next stream. So I reckon we'll get 4 good streams out of Crusader here, and then maybe, just maybe, have a wee look over at the trail here. But I believe, from what I can see, that it's nothing but skirmish. Skirmish mode is good, but I'm not sure I'm up for 50 of them. In any case, we'll call it there. This is just so much more enjoyable than Space Colony could ever dream of being, regardless what Deathshed and the other misanthropes have to say. I'll be back later on with some more, well, some other kind of Crusader Kings. So until then, it's a cheers from me and a short cheerio.